Hello, my dear students. Good evening. I hope you are well and safe. Try to stay at home. Don't mix with other people so that you can stay healthy, happy, and comfortable. My routine advice to you is that you should study your courses. You should read as much English text as you can. Of course, this will increase your skill in reading and writing and listening and speaking. Uh, so this is my advice. Today we have reading one course, we have lesson 10, and we have the second part of this book. Now let's begin reading number 3. It's about divorce. Divorce settlements attempt to make an equitable distribution of a couple's wealth or assets. Wrangles are common over who gets the car, the furniture, or the dog, but people overlook future needs and income. Two main important issues will have to be decided by the courts. Can a divorced wife continue to have health coverage under her former husband's policy? That's after the divorce. Is the divorced wife entitled to a share of her ex-husband's pension? So far, the subject of health insurance has created much dissension. Most insurance companies exclude former wives from their definition of a worker's dependents. In order to circumvent his ex-wife's exclusion from his health plan, many a husband has concealed his divorce from his employer. Divorced spouses of military men anticipate that a newly approved bill will allow them 180 days medical coverage and continued coverage for serious ailments if they were married for at least 20 years during their husband's service career. Ex-wives are faring better in the pension sharing dilemma than they are in obtaining health coverage. The courts have set a precedent in awarding pension funds to divorced women, particularly if there are defaults in alimony and child support payments. Nevertheless, the Employee Retirement Income Service or Security Act prohibits the payment of a pension to anyone other than the worker. Litigation of ex-wives seeking a share in their former husband's pension contends that the ERISA has passed for the purpose of protecting workers from creditors' attempts to attach pensions, not from their wives. In a recent decision, the Supreme Court gave exclusive pension rights to the military retiree whose retirement plan is not under the jurisdiction of state property laws. On the other hand, the former wives of retired foreign service personnel are legally entitled to a share of these retirees' pensions in proportion to the length of their marriage. Obviously, there is no panacea for ills besetting the legal system. Divorced women can only pray for significant benefits from future legislation. Now, if you have understood the message, that's quite well. If you have any questions, you can, if you have doubts, you can return and read the message at least twice. We turn to the exercises. Detailed comparison. Mark the following statements, true or false. Then indicate how you got your answer by adding on the blank line stated, implied, or no information if there is no information given. I'll be satisfied with just marking a T or F or false. Yes. Number one, divorce settlements make fair distribution of couples' property. That's right. Number two, in the emotional atmosphere of getting a divorce, wives seldom plan for the distant future. That's right. Number three, health insurance companies cover ex-wives in the workers' policies. No, false. Number four, a divorced man can continue his wife's health insurance coverage by observing the silence is a golden policy or rule. That's right. Number five, the author of this selection has no sympathy for divorced women and their demands. False. Sailors' former wives will get some health insurance benefits under any condition. No, it is wrong. False. Number seven, ex-wives have gone to court and have failed to get a share of their ex-husband's pension. False. Number eight, there is a specific law that prohibits ex-wives from legally attaching their former husband's pensions. No, it is wrong, because the ERISA is not, made against ex-wives. It is made against creditors to attach the pension of a retiree. Number nine, a pension must be paid to the retired person and to no other person. That's right. Number 10, some laws regarding pensions favor ex-wives while other laws discriminate against them. That's right. Now we turn to the second exercise. We have here restating. Choose the alternative that has the same meaning as the initial sentence. So we have one sentence, and you can be given four alternatives, and you can choose one which is best restates the meaning of the first sentence. Now, number one, insurance companies exclude former wives from their definition of a worker's dependents. A. Insurance companies do not consider ex-wives as dependents. B. An ex-wife is defined as an exclusion by insurance companies. Of course, I mean the answer is A, but we can read C and D. C. Insurance companies' definition of a worker's dependents includes ex-wives. D. By definition, ex-wives are excluded from insurance companies. The answer is B. Number 2. Ex-wives are faring better in sharing pension than in obtaining health coverage. Number A. Ex-wives get more health coverage than pension shares. B. The fare in dilemma costs more for health coverage. C. Pension sharing faring better than health coverage. D. Ex-wives get less health coverage than pension shares. The answer is here. Of course, we have here right, and the answer is D. Number 3. The law was passed to protect workers from creditors' attempts to attach pensions not from their former wives. A. The law did not intend to keep ex-wives from sharing workers' pensions. B. Creditors' attempts to attach pensions are the same as the ex-wives' attempts. C. The law was passed to keep ex-wives from attaching workers' pensions. D. Former wives nevertheless can legally attach workers' pension. And the answer is, of course, the law did not intend to keep. Yeah, we have. Yes, A is the answer. Number 4. The former wives of retired foreign service personnel are legally entitled to a share of these retirees' pension in proportion to the length of their marriage. Number 1, A here. Former wives of foreign service men go or get an equal share of their ex-husbands. B. Legally, a share of retired foreign service personnel pensions depends on a lengthy marriage. C. An ex-wife of foreign service employees who was married for 20 years, gets a larger share of her husband's pension than an ex-wife who was married for 10 years. That's the answer C. Foreign personal employee who retired do not have to give a proportion of their pension to their former wives. The answer is C. Now we have question number 5. The Supreme Court decision gave the exclusive pension rights to military men whose retirement plan is not under the jurisdiction of state property laws. A. State property laws exclude military men so that their ex-wives get a share of their pension. B. Although state laws require former husbands to share their pensions with their ex-wives, military men are outside state jurisdiction, and federal law has ruled that their pensions are their own. C. Under the jurisdiction of state property laws, the Supreme Court has ruled that pensions of retired military men belong exclusively to men or to them. D. Former wives of military men petitioned the Supreme Court to pass a law giving them exclusive rights to their ex-husband's pension. And we have here, yes, the answer is A, is here, exclude. We have here a law state requirement from to share. No, I have, yes, A is the answer. Now we turn to another kind of exercise relating to language, vocabulary work, synonyms. In this exercise here, yes, put the number of the synonym in column B and A. Now we have column A and column B. We'll choose from column B and the word synonym that is synonym of the words in column A. Let's begin with A. Equitable means impartial. That is number 6. Assets, it means number 7, property. Wrangle, it means number 4, quarrel. Ailment, it means illness. Fair, synonym is failure is succeed. Dilemma, it means number 9, predicament. Precedent, it means number 2, example. Default, here it means number 8, fail. Panacea, the meaning is number 3, cure. I hope that these words are clear. If you have any questions about their meanings, please look them up in a dictionary. And it is better for you to read them in context to understand the meaning. The meaning is quite abstract. It becomes clear if you have each word in an example, in a context. All right. We have another vocabulary exercise. I'll just make some remarks. In this group of words, the noun is formed by adding ion to the verb. Note that spelling change in some of them. We have here verbs. I'll read here: anticipate, anticipation; celebrate, celebration; circumvent, circumvention; direct, direction; donate, donation; exhilarate, exhilaration; insert, insertion; intimidate, intimidation; legislate, legislation; litigate, litigation; object, objection; participate, participation; select, selection. If there are any words that you do not understand from the list above, look them up in your dictionary. Then select the word from the four choices that best completes the sentence. Write the correct form in the space provided. Recent has raised taxes on luxury items. So we have recent legislation means laws. Number two, half the enjoyment of a vacation is here we have the anticipation of it. Number three, unless a will is written clearly among family members may be inevitable. We have here litigation means going to court. Number four, I hope you don't to my smoking. You don't object. Yes. Number five, Americans, the 4th of July with bank here. Yes. 4th of July is the anniversary of independence. So they celebrate. Americans celebrate. Number six, we are surprised by the Canadians, yes, or candidates for the legislation. Here, insert anticipate direct selection. We are, of course, by the selection. The police, number seven, the police department trouble at anti-nuclear demonstration this afternoon. Here we have they anticipate. Number eight, it is clear to additional material in a manuscript once it has been prepared for the printer. It is difficult to insert. Number nine, he gave a generous to the public television station, a generous donation. Number 10, thousands of runners in annual Boston Marathon here participate. This is the end of this lecture. I hope that everything is clear. If you have any questions, please let me know. Goodbye for the moment and thank you.